There are numerous issues of crimes, disputes in the society. Any issue, whether it is female feticide or it is a river water dispute, there should be a system which decides the right and wrong in society. Whom do you think one should approach in case of any dispute? People approach the court in case of any dispute. Courts take decisions on large number of issues. According to the rule of law in our country, laws apply equally to all persons and certain set of fixed procedures need to be followed when a law is violated. To enforce this rule of law, we have a judicial system that consists of the mechanism of courts. The judicial system or judiciary performs the following tasks to enforce this rule of law. A mechanism for resolving disputes between citizens and the government, between two state governments, and between the centre and the state governments. As the final interpreter of the Constitution, the judiciary also has the power to strike down particular laws passed by the Parliament if it is believed that it is a violation of the basic structure of the Constitution. This is called judicial review. Every citizen of India can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court if they believe that their fundamental rights have been violated. The judiciary plays a crucial role in the functioning of India's democracy. It can play this role only because it is independent. Can you guess the meaning of an independent judiciary? Let us understand this with an example. In a particular situation,